Streaming live. 5,
We're
4,
not there yet. Are we live? All
3,
right, we are live.
2, 1. Absolutely. From the East Coast to the West Coast, let's go to McDonald's and we can have a little breakfast. Good morning, Brian.
Morning. What about the
Yes.
center coast, the middle coast?
We're on the West Coast, kind of, sort of. Yeah, we are on the West Coast.
No, what
But
about
that was actually
the
I
middle
thought
coast?
that as a commercial years ago. I was like, you had a group of the rappers coming in the East Coast, and they go West Coast, and they all both go in. And they say McDonald's. So that's kind of cute. Yeah, but anyway, that's okay. So today's Monday, February, May 25th,
24th.
24th. Okay, that's very good. So anyway, yes, we just had our Friday Night Live the other night, which went really well. I think went well. We had the amazing Tony Jones. Tony Jones came and played for us, and Joe Robbins played back up for him a little bit there. Pretty good. I think those guys are a hit.
Oh yeah, they might start playing together out in the public again. Yeah, that was a wild show. The show he played a little music, and that was pretty damn good too.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was. And we even had Austin Powers stop by and say hi.
Yeah, that was fun.
Mm-hmm. It was a great show. Well, I've got a couple people lined up already for the next couple ones, so that's good.
Good.
Yeah, I'm excited for those. But yeah, and then I had people tell me they were watching last night. They're like, "Oh yeah, I saw the show."
Yeah.
Like, wow, that's pretty cool. So they just it's kicking in. People are starting to watch it a little bit. It's having fun, so that's cool. I'm not sure what our viewership was up to yet, but it's still climbing. So there you go.
Oh yeah, and then you can boost it if you want, and that helps.
Oh yeah, I'll get it. I'll repopulate it. People can watch it all week long. So that's the best part about that one. Yeah. So what did you do this weekend besides that?
Oh, just a little work around the house. I hung out with my brother, got out in the sunshine, rode my son's mini bike. He has this little mini bike. So had a fun time. I did want to say something about Joe. He brought us some nice lights and his PA, set up his PA in there, and he's getting our sound and lights together. So we're gonna whoever gets on the next show, it's gonna be a better production. So
Every time, absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, yeah. At the next one we have Shine Down. Is that what it's called? So it's Luann singing actually on the 4th, and then we've got David and Patty. No, not David. Mark. It's Mark and Patty. Patty Connolly and Mark Lipman. No.
Yeah. You say you had said they want to get on as soon as possible, so maybe they can do the 4th.
Well, we're gonna maybe do both, but we're gonna definitely do Luann because we're gonna take when she can do it because she's it has unfortunately had to reschedule this a few times, so we're going to take them, but they're going to be here all summer, they said. So
yeah, I'd get them both on because people tend not to show up. So
yep, exactly.
If you have two acts, you're gonna get one.
Yep, no, 100%. Yeah, you never know. It's like, and Luann's she does paid gigs all the time, so if she's too busy, then she's too busy, but
yeah,
we'll find out. I'm pretty sure that we're gonna have both on, so that's exciting because but people highly enjoyed Tony. Tony's a great singer.
Oh yeah,
he is. Watching him do his magic. Sorry, he had some he had some stuff issues going on with his family at the moment. His nephew's is in the thralls of deep cancer, and probably won't be making it out of this one. He's let's say in the end stages of cancer right now, so that's no good. So God bless him.
His cousin.
Yeah, maybe cousin's son, I think, but
yeah, like a nephew or something.
Nephew, yeah, and then matter of fact, I give a shout out to my son right now, Chandler, because he is sitting at home. Well, he's the guy in the red right there. He is at home right now.
At your house?
No, he's at his mom's house. He's got COVID. He's all by himself, and he's pretty sick last night and all that. So, so I got to check on him this morning actually. But yeah, this COVID thing is no It's no joke, man. No joke.
Yeah.
I had a guy.
He's
I had a guy here.
21. He's 21. It's beating him up pretty good. It's been over a
Yeah.
week, I think.
Yeah. Yep. Last week he's been pretty bad. But yeah, I had a guy here yesterday told me that it was a joke. That it was and I'm like, are you serious, dude? He's like, he thinks it's all some political game. I'm like, I don't care if it's political or not. The sickness is real. You know what I mean? I don't care
Oh, yeah.
what you tell me, but I'm telling you right now, my son's at home, 21. He's sick of the dog. So, and this guy's like trying to tell me I was just some political agenda. I'm like, dude, go back to Fox News and your Fox Den and die, please. Not that that's anything wrong. I'm not saying anything's political on that, but he's saying it's all political. I'm like, you're wrong.
Well, it's legal now. You can spray them with a spray bottle of water if they say that. They're like,
I think
a
that's the best
pest.
way to do it.
Yeah, it's not fake. It's almost 600,000 people just in America. And people I know, like a healthy young kid, he's real sick. So
Yeah.
I've known other people that were young that are dying from it. So
yeah,
it's not.
No, I'm sure Chandler will be 100% fine when he's done eventually, you know. But it was that whole little. He thought he had allergies, and apparently that's a huge thing right now in Cowlitz County. People thought they had allergies. They go to the doctor and find out that they have the whole COVID. So that's not good.
Yeah.
You know. And it's like you know, it goes into his nasals here, and then got down a little deeper into his chest, and now he had temperatures around 102, 101.7 or whatever it was there for quite a couple of days, and now the temperature went down last night, so that's good. But he has all this congestion in his chest, and it's and you're like, oh man,
yeah,
you know, you don't want to. I don't know. It's just hard to hear your kids being sick, you know.
Oh yeah, it's terrible.
Yeah, so I'm sure he'll be fine, but still.
But if
we're not there to help them.
Oh, I know it's tough. If somebody says it's a hoax, though, you can't physically harm them. So that's a rule now.
I know. Well, actually, I think that when somebody says it's a hoax, I think that physical violence is a hoax too. It shouldn't happen to anybody, but it does, and it will. And people don't realize that.
Yeah, I probably have a friend or two that thinks that too.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. You know, it's like. When this whole thing first started, I was in the Minute Mart, and my friend from high school, they had one guy talking about if it was a hoax in front of me, and the other guy behind me was a friend of mine from high school. He didn't know I was there, and he goes, "My dad just died of COVID, and he was the first person in Cowlitz County to die of COVID." Wow,
it's terrible.
It was bad. It was like, this guy's got to shut up and get out of the store because it was stupid. It was like, don't speak when you don't know what you should be speaking about. You know
this kind of sounds stupid. I mean, you might think that the government's handling it wrong or something. But...
Sure. Yeah, 100%. But it's not like and some political agenda that started it. Maybe. I extremely doubt that. I don't know.
Well, I think the hoax talk helped the last guy lose his job. So we won't get political, but if they want to keep pushing the hoax, they're just going to lose stuff.
Yeah.
But what isn't a hoax is Friday Night Live was great. It sounds like people want to be on the show now. So that's
absolutely. That was a great one. Speaking of that, I have a question for you in regards to TV shows. If you had a reality show about your life, what would your theme song be?
Let's Go Crazy.
Hey, that's good. Good job. Good call on that one. Yeah, I can agree. What would my song be if I was a theme song about my life on a TV show? Huh.
Yeah, I'd only use the beginning of it. It's dearly beloved, we are here to get through this thing called life. That's a great line.
The funny part about that is that I agree. I like that. The courtship of Eddie's father comes into play on mine.
Oh, that's a good
one. Let me tell you about my best friend. That's what I think of when I think of a good theme song for my.
That's a great theme song.
That's not my theme song. No, dang it.
Yeah, but you better have a little kid because it says one boy, cuddly toy, my up, my down, my pride, my joy. And if that's your buddy Zach, then people are going to freak out a little bit.
No. I was thinking that.
You guys shared ice cream cones.
No, but I was everybody's buddy, growing up.
Yeah,
So
let me tell you about my best friend. Everybody, the
yeah.
people. You're a man of the people.
I'm a man of the people. Man of the people. Speaking of which, sadly, I got bad news on our friend yesterday. Freaking, not gonna say names at the moment, but he got a DUI, and yeah.
Is he a local known guy? Is it going to be a scandal?
That's a scandal in the fact that you know who he is. But
okay, I know who he is, but he's not like a senator, a congressman, or a councilman, or anything like that.
No, it's par for the course, apparently.
Oh, okay, just a drunk, as they call him.
Well, actually, this person doesn't drink most of the time, so I don't know.
Wow, bad move.
Bad move, yeah.
I always tell people though, if you don't drink, when you never drink, but the day you do, make sure you drive. Yeah, that's a good one.
Right, just do it while you're driving. Yeah.
That's terrible, but I'm lucky I never got him. I made that mistake when I was younger, so.
And you quit drinking. You don't drink, so.
I don't drink now, but.
You don't drink anymore. You don't drink any less. No, actually, it's my joke.
8 years.
8 years for you. That's awesome. Congratulations, brother. That's 8 years. You got your life back. That's amazing.
That's 2 terms for a real president.
Right.
Sorry, Jimmy Carter. Sorry, Jimmy. I love Jimmy.
Yeah.
Jimmy wasn't a real president, but he's a hell of a man.
Jimmy has been a better president after his presidency.
He's just a great man.
He is.
He got the platform.
Yeah.
After presidency, that guy, he's still building the houses at 96 or something.
He's amazing. Yeah. So I have a question for you, if you don't mind dwelling a little more deeper into you.
Yeah, that's good.
So you quit 8 years ago for drinking, and how hard was that for you? And I mean, did you have the physical or just mental addiction, or both?
I'm not sure. It was messed up though. I was drinking all the time. It was a spiritual experience. It was I'm going to get emotional. It was the hand of God through my son. So
there you go.
I came home really drunk from a poker game, and I don't even know how I got home. And went to bed, and I was trying to find a corkscrew for the bottle of wine I had next to my bed, and I didn't want to go out in the front room because he would know I was getting a corkscrew. So I was going to break the top of the bottle and drink it. And he knocked on the door and came in and said he needed to talk. And we had an incredible talk. And he took the bottle of wine, smashed it on the ground. I signed a contract I'd never drink again. And we cried. And the next morning I had no hangover and no desire to ever drink again. So that's not very normal.
Amazing.
Yeah, it blew my mind.
So
changed my life in minutes.
No, that's great. That's great.
Yeah, it was you're like a prisoner. Not everybody, but if you're an alcoholic, you're like a prisoner. And it was like I was freed. The shackles were removed, and suddenly there was no desire, and it's just life had meaning again. It was pretty powerful.
Yeah, no, I get that. Yeah. Well, you're a good man, Brian, and I'm glad that you were able to come back from that, because a lot of people don't.
Yeah.
I mean, I guarantee you, as much as you were drinking, you would end up.
I was close. I might have died that night because I had so much to drink, and I was willing to break the top of the wine bottle off to drink and not have him know about that I was drinking more. So yeah, I escaped that one. So anytime he makes me mad or anything, I have to give him a pass.
Yeah, right.
Save my life. So.
Yeah, I don't know how many people have saved my life. How many probably have on the top of my head? I can't think, but I'm sure many people give me a pass too, because I try to be there for them, and it's kind of cool. Yeah, well, as long as kind of jackass, but he did help me out sometime.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, but that's amazing. I'm glad your son was able to be there for you, and and I'm glad, because if he wasn't, you may not be here now.
Yeah, definitely.
And and you were able to quit like that. So
And no hangover the next day or nothing. So
not only no hangover, but you didn't even go to AA or
yeah. A lot of people told me to, but it was so ingrained, it wasn't going to happen. It was like there was
yeah.
no way. Yeah, if I could get that determined with everything else, I'd probably be
No, you'd be you'd
Bill
be
Gates level. Well, not that high,
yeah.
but
Well, no, you probably would be, honestly. That's a deep concentration of one thing, you know.
yeah. What's when I
But
see a talented musician or something and they're struggling? I want to help them, but I don't really know how. But
mhm.
yeah, you want them because if they could clear their heads, the possibilities are endless for people.
Well, how did you clear your head? I mean, you had this epiphany with your son, this breakthrough and stuff. But I mean,
Oh, I
on
woke
the
up
on the daily, you woke up the next morning and no hangover, no
desire.
desire. Does that desire crawl back in your head every once in a
No,
while for a
not at
while?
all. Like we do the Friday Night Live, and everybody's got their drinks that are half full. I pour them all out. No, nothing. There's wine, everything. There's bottles, nothing.
Well, I love that. I
Just not.
mean,
Yeah, it's just not a thing for me. Yeah, I don't care if other people do.
yeah, no, I have a dear friend right now who's just quit drinking here a while back, and it's been probably 2 weeks for her, and she was drinking quite a bit, and I'm so happy to hear that. I mean, I just am ecstatic and I'm elated about her, and I think that's just a great thing right there. She as well has a great son, and she thinks she's doing it for him, and she's doing it for her is what she's doing, but she had to find meaning in her life, I think, and I think she did again. So that's great, you know. Um, just get busy living or get busy dying, they say,
Yeah,
and yeah, you're getting busy living, and
yeah. And I think most people probably benefit from AA because they get around people talking about it. So
yeah, I'm not a huge fan of AA. I never had to go to it, mind you, but um, no, I went to it for many years. I just not for years, but I went to many classes because I have friends who had to go, and so just to be supportive, I'd go with them. I had other friends who had to go to NA, and I've gone to meetings with NA just to support my friends,
yeah. Oh, I've
Um,
done that too. I would do it for other people. If somebody wanted me to go to their meeting, I would go.
well, that's it. A lot of times people need the extra confidence just to get in the door the first time or the second time or whatever,
Yeah.
because they don't want to miss out in life. And a lot of times when they're going to a meeting, they feel like they're missing out on what's
Yeah.
going on outside. But if you go with them, then you're okay,
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever works for people to get them off of
Hmm.
that. Because a lot of people don't need to quit drinking. They're fine. But there's a few that, well, there's more than you'd realize that seem to have a drinking problem. You can tell. You can tell when you just hang out with somebody one time. You can tell if maybe they need some help.
Speaking of which, I'd like to talk to you about your coffee addiction.
Yeah, that's true.
No, that's okay. We'll let that one by.
I can live with that one.
You can. Yeah. You might have to get a new filter in your kidney someday. But
Yeah, I'm not sure. They say it's good for your kidneys one day, say it's bad the next, so they don't know. Now that's a hoax. The whole coffee thing is a hoax.
well, I know it's not a hoax. Is it if you have to go to the bathroom? It's a stimulator.
Yeah, but whether it's good for you or not, it's been since the 70s even they were talking it's good, it's bad. It's just every
Yeah,
week they change it.
it's good for your brain. It's bad for your brain. For me, I'll tell you, it probably does drain me down a little more in the morning, maybe after we have our little talk and chit chat and stuff, and I would go work out. Then like drained a little more, but that's okay. You can't be up all the time. My brain just kind of works that way. I try to do less coffee nowadays, but uh,
I
I
used
used
to
to
do
drink
tea at
so
night.
much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, when you were working and doing Stuart Tyler, you're drinking a lot of coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's unbelievable the amount of coffee I drink. It was just like there's always a coffee cup in front of me, and it wasn't one of these little 10-ounce doodads. It was like a 30-ounce cup. No, not 30, but it's 24 ounce. Where it was a big giant mug. It might be 18 ounce actually, but it's a big mug. And I remember after about a couple months, I thought, what in the hell is wrong with me? I'm not sleeping. I'm just I realized I'm only having 2-3 cups a day. Well, 2-3 cups of this cup was just like, oh my gosh. And then I'd go out to the office, and then I have meetings outside, and every meeting was at a coffee shop. And guess what? If you go to a meeting, then you have to buy coffee, and then you're utilizing this. It's like I went to a restaurant breakfast Saturday, I think I went, and I went in there, and this gal goes, Lonnie, nice to see you. And their food is so great. But she's like, I haven't seen you for so long, I'm very upset. And I'm like, yeah, because I'm not working like I was. I'm not working. But I used to have meetings there, big meetings in her office or in her restaurant every couple times a week. 7 o'clock in the morning, I bring in a dozen people. So
what restaurant?
That was the corner cafe. When they first started, I was promoting them quite a bit, and they have the best food too, I do believe. But it's just nonstop spectacular. But
and that's over at the Fiber Building, Fiber Federal.
That's over in Longview, Washington, Corner Cafe on Commerce Avenue. Yep. But it was great. But it was like all of a sudden I was like, yeah, you're right. I haven't been here for very much in the last year or 2 or 3 or whatever, because they just started it when I was before I had my stroke and stuff, and so I was doing quite a lot of business there.
Now you were saying business has been good for her during the pandemic, that she's
she said that she is and it's not been great for her, but she hasn't had to or felt the need that she had to go ask for money or go hit the state up for loans or grants or so I'm excited for her on that one, because her customer base is so loyal. They just kind of kept her going on stuff, and so that's great. I'm very happy for her on that one, because their food is phenomenal, their customer service is great, and I think she's actually trying to expand her business now, so that's good.
Great.
Yeah, she's had to turn down a lot of catering business because her place is so small for that. She needs to find a new place for a kitchen, and I'll help her find something soon. So that's cool. I'm trying to help her do that. But it's just weird to go in a place and go, hey, I used to go there every day or every couple of days, and now I just don't go there anymore because of life, because of business, because of whatever. But I'm not sure how that expanded into that. We know we're talking about alcohol to begin with, and no, I don't know. But either way, brother, we are very, very, very happy to have you upon the living with us, and not addicted to alcohol anymore. It's just we find ourselves in these ruts sometimes in life, and it can be a lot of things, not just a drug. I mean, it can be the drugs that I have my other friend. I have friends who are dead because they were on different drugs and stuff. I'm trying to think of a friend. Let's see. Do you have any friends who've died because of alcohol? I'm certain. Or yes, I do. One of the first people who died in this pandemic actually was a bartender who died of dehydration, because he was an alcoholic and he was unable to work. And so he was unable to work. He spent his time drinking, and he spent about 5 days straight drinking, and then he collapsed on the floor, basically dead.
Yeah, that happens.
Yep. I didn't realize how much alcohol affects the human body, but with dehydration, I mean, I never would have thought of somebody dying of dehydration, but
and he may have had alcohol poisoning too.
So. Oh, he may have, yeah.
Because who told you it was dehydration?
His family.
Yeah, so the doctor might have called it acute alcohol poisoning.
Sure. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't
That's
know.
what, yeah.
That's what,
I was headed there. That's why I think I had acute alcohol poisoning that night because I had so much to drink.
yeah, he just was. Yeah, he was just. Yeah, same as this guy. He just was just apparently didn't drink any water or anything. So he was
Yeah.
5 days on a binge. It was like,
Yeah.
oh,
Well, it's basically poison. That's why you don't drink. You shouldn't drink too much. But
okay. Well, we're gonna segue here. Brian Calhoun, what is the most embarrassing thing? Oh, beforehand, I'm gonna tell you right now. These questions today come from a website called Science of People.
oh yeah, I like that one.
Yeah, Science of People. They have all kinds of odd questions, but this is one that I thought would be interesting. What is the most embarrassing thing that happened to you in school?
Oh, there's been a bunch, but one of them was I had my first varsity wrestling match in 8th grade, and it was pretty exciting. And the crowd freaked me out, and I was winning, and I started trying to get off the mat to stall, and people were laughing, and I was embarrassed. And for the rest of the week, I was made fun of in every class and everywhere I went till the end of the week.
Was it you were unable to get up because
No, I'd jump up and try to escape. The guy was holding on to me, and I'd get us out off the mat. You're only supposed to do that if you're getting pinned. I panicked. The crowd, everything freaked me out. I was winning my first varsity match, and I lost it. And so all through the week, they made fun of me. And then on Friday, I said, anybody makes fun of me, let's wrestle, because I may have embarrassed myself there, but I'll choke you out. So I finally just attacked back. And my 8th grade teacher, Mr. Lund, told me just go at him. You can't. You
Go
got to
get 'em.
end. You got to end this. Go at them. When they make fun of you, go at them.
Yeah, no, you do. That's the best
That
you
was a
do.
good move.
They make fun of you, you go at them, and it stops them pretty much dead in their tracks.
Yeah, and then the next week, some guy crapped his pants, and that's all they cared about. I was done.
Yeah, most definitely. I think the most embarrassing, I'm sure I was the human man. I was the first mascot all right along. So I did a lot of embarrassing things. I knocked a cheerleader in the head and knocked her silly with my axe and stuff. I did some silly stuff. But the one thing, for some odd reason, and the one thing I remember as being embarrassing was, we had the Great Smokeout. And the Great Smokeout was an opportunity to shine. And if you can write up a rap or a song to sing for the Great Smokeout, which was getting people to quit smoking.
Oh yeah. That's a
So
great event.
yeah, so we did that. And if you win it, you got like 4 free tickets to it was MC Hammer. 4 tickets
Wow.
to MC Hammer and stuff. Yeah. So me and 3 of my friends, I of course wrote the whole rap. So we got together. I wrote a rap, wrote the whole rap myself, and then gave the parts to this guy and this guy and this guy. And we got up there and we had the gold chains, and I had instead of a clock, I had I still have it here actually. It's hidden somewhere in one of my treasure drawers. It's a instead of a clock, like what time is it? It was actually a cigarette with a note with a line through it. It's kind
Oh
of
wow.
cute. Yeah, so it was. We had all these props and stuff, and we got there and we danced and we sang, and this guy who I shall remain nameless. I know who it is now. On top of my head, I had to think who it was, but his name was Rob. We won't talk about that. But anyways, we had 4 parts of the song, and the song went like a Puff the magic dragon, live by the sea. And then it said, and then it flipped over to some dark and dreary little, they died full of a lung full of cancer. What a way to be. What didn't get it from chilling, doing the right. He did it from smoking the turn out his lights, all kinds of cool stuff. It went from one little quiet thing and then to a heavy duty bow, 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 bow.
Yeah, I like that.
It was pretty cool. I don't remember the words to that, but I do remember this. There's 4 parts to it. The third guy he forgot his lines. So then the whole crowd basically is like everybody's going, and then all of a sudden, and we're on stage like a boxing match type of thing, or boxing ring in the cafeteria. There's hundreds of kids in there, and the lights go boom basically because he forgot the words. Then we started again. He remembered it, right? And then he forgot the words. I'm like, are you kidding me? And I was so embarrassed. I got my hat on sideways. I got my chains. I got my smoking cigarette thing here, you know. And then the third time I said, forget it. Just sing the back up. I go, I got your lines. Because I knew them by heart, you know.
Yeah.
I wrote the whole damn song, so I knew the raps, you know. And all of a sudden it came to his part, and my brain just went just all the information just froze. And I was singing my part, I sang the other part, I think, and then his part in particular, I just froze and forgot what his lines were to. And I got so frustrated. I literally took the microphone and I go, ah, I screamed. I go, ah. I took the microphone and I literally in my mouth, I was able to open my mouth, and I just kind of screamed violently, and did this little number with the with the microphone, and dropped it and walked out. And
that was probably the most embarrassing. People would make fun of you doing that.
That's what I did. That's what I'm saying. That was the most embarrassing.
Wow.
The most embarrassing part was me screaming violently and going ah with a microphone like I don't know what it was, but it was not good. I mean, I never seen somebody put a microphone in their mouth, but I was like able to do it because I was so mad. Like, ah! Screaming, I dropped the microphone. and for years, 4 years, I guarantee you, people would remember, and they would tell me about it. You know, oh, when you remember, Lonnie, you went down the microphone. I'm like, no, the microphone went down on me. I was like, I don't know, but it was just horrible, but it was funny, and that's probably my. And I've done a lot of stupid things in high school, but a lot of stupid things. But that's the one thing that I was kind of embarrassed about that I did, because I didn't mean to do it. It was just kind of like, you know, but it was fun. Yeah, I had a lot of fun times in high school. That was so as far as it goes, that's your most embarrassing thing in high school. What was one of the funnest things that you can remember doing in high school?
That was actually junior high. Most fun thing was well, we just graduated. We're at the Cove Palisades, which is over by Canada, kind of over in the eastern Oregon or something. Cove Palisades, beautiful place.
Yeah.
Campground. And friend of mine, Mitch, is driving this truck, but he can't see. I'm on the roof. He can't see what I'm doing. So I take everything off and start dancing. And we're going around the camp, and everybody's laughing and cheering and stuff. And then he has no idea what's going on. He's wondering why people are looking at him. Then we go to a place where all these women are playing volleyball, and I'm dancing naked, and it's crazy. And then he figures out what's going on, and I jump down, put my clothes on, and go play volleyball with him. And he still tells that story every time I see him.
That's hilarious.
That could have been embarrassing, but I had no fear.
Yeah. And you know, you're a teenager, there's no fear. Fear is not a factor for you, you know. Yeah, I have my funnest memories in high school. I've got lots of them, of course, but I remember each year in high school, we put together a group of people to go meet and build right before prom. They always had a group together to go build a float, you know, whatever the float was going to be, whatever the ideas were going to be. And of course, my friend Zach, you know, is quite the handyman. So I'd always get him involved with me on this whole thing. And it was like, whatever, Lonnie, come on. So we go there, we'd take sawhorses and make actual horses, or we just make this help build the float, you know. It was just a fun thing to do with all the kids. You have 2 dozen people or a dozen people on the float or getting involved. We'd call and get free pizza every day, you know. It was one of those. I'd call and say, hey, we're part of the RA Long, and we get free stuff. So it was cool. It was just you know, the coordination always was upon my shoulders. I don't know how or why, but apparently it still is, because my high school reunion is supposed to happen this summer, and it's not going to, or it is going to. I don't know what it's going to do, but it's up to me apparently, which just kind of sucks. You know, should be everybody else's problems, not just mine.
Well, there's probably other people.
Well, there should be. I think I'm the only one alive.
You're the only male I know that does that. I've never.
I know, right?
Every other class has a gal, which is fine that men can do it too. But
well, I think it's because I was like the one person that lives still around the area.
Yeah, that's cool though. I always wanted to help.
Most involved person. I guess you could say involved is probably a name that would go on my in my headboard. Not my headboard. No, headstone. Well, yeah. My headboard would say uninvolved currently, I promise you. Pretty much boring on that one, but my headstone would say involved.
That's good. What do you want on your headboard when you die? If you wait till September though, or late August, you'll probably be able to have no restrictions.
Yeah, that's what I'm probably thinking. I'm guessing that. I'm not quite certain on that one. I gotta make some phone calls and make some things happen, because I'm currently being not lazy, but just because of everything else, and trying to keep myself active and get better and stuff, and get busy, and I'm slipping on that one and need some help with everybody else. So,
well, yeah, you're lucky in one sense. Nobody's been around each other. It's been the isolation and all that. You could just say we're meeting here, and you don't even have any program because they want to see each other and talk.
Well, I said we were going to do a Zoom meeting, a Zoom reunion this year.
Oh, you got to do it in person, man. They're open.
Well, but what I'm saying is that we originally said we are going to do a Zoom meeting, but then now that the restrictions have lifted a little bit, I don't know if the limitations have been taken off completely or not. I don't know.
Well, they said 4th of July is a full go. What you can do is you can have a live event and Zoom it, so people that aren't there can watch it and be part of it.
True that, but
yeah,
I'm not quite certain. Well, I'll figure something out.
Yeah, a lot of them are doing that now. They're doing events where it's live, people show up, and they also Zoom it, so then people can watch it.
Speaking of live, this is my father here when he was really alive. He just came out of high school, into college, joined the Marines, and that's a fine young gentleman right there, Semper Fi, to the day he died. That was his thing. He was once you're in the Marines, you just don't get out. I mean, he was out of the Marines. He wasn't part of. He only served his time when he was in 3-4 years back in the day, but Marines do not ever stop being Marines.
Cool. So back to the reunion, though, you kind of abruptly jumped off of that.
Oh, sorry. I turned my head and I realized what picture I had behind me.
I thought maybe you were uneasy talking about the reunion, so I figure we have to keep talking about it if that's the case.
Yeah, no, I get that. No, I think the reunion should be fun. I'm gonna make it happen. I'm not sure how I'm gonna make it happen.
Do both. Have a real event that you can Zoom. People can join, or
I think it'd be great. I think it'd be good. Brian, I was talking about doing we are going to make a children's camp, right?
Yeah.
Now I'll tell you what, that camp can be rented out by that's when they're going to rent the camp for a week or two to do the children's cancer kids and neurofibromatosis children. But why not just rent that camp for a weekend for our high school reunion? How awesome would that be? Can you imagine that? Are you there?
Yeah, I'm there.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry, I can't see. But would that be interesting or no?
It might be. I would rather if it was my reunion, I want it at a place where we can all go and people can drink, talk. That's what I like. Keep it simple. Because I've been to reunions where they have a program, and it's like, God, this program is cutting into our time to talk to each other, and people have 15 slideshows and 12 contests. And you're like, well, that would have been fun if they would have just let us show up and talk, because that's what it's
Yep.
about.
Yep. Well, yeah, exactly. The thing is that having the other side that's on the other side of that job there, I have done the reunion multiple times, and I've done, when I do the reunion, I've done things before where it's like, I do 3 days of reunion. So
Yeah.
one time we might do a slideshow and talk. One time we might have families. One time we might do, and so you kind of have to figure out what time you want to go there. But
Yeah.
people will show up for one event only, and then it's like, well, they want to get their time to shine in that one moment. It's like, there's an agenda here, folks. We've got, so there's gonna be a group photo, and there's a time we're gonna do this, and you can't just jump in. You be part of the whole thing, or unless you can't be part of the whole thing, it's like you don't be the whole time, but you be part of it. Part
Yeah.
of, because
I
that's
went
how
to
I feel towards that one. It's like, because some people want to chat the whole time, which is great. That's what it's all about. Some people want to reminisce. Some people, they want to, bring their families, like I said.
yeah.
And even though I'm not, I'm all about the reminiscing, like you. I want to get back to business here, but people they are different, and some people want to drink the whole time, and some people don't want to drink. They want to just they don't want to be burdened by their ex-boyfriends or girlfriends. So sit down and watch the show. They're here for support, but
you can do that if you want, but that's boring. It kind of ruins the event to me. The one we had last time was simple. We got there, we met. There was some stuff playing on a screen, but it wasn't the focus.
yeah,
We hung out. We even did one night at the Mill City, and that was just people chit chatting. It was incredible.
yeah. Usually the first night in particular. So I've done them, and so like I've done the first night, the Friday night was usually the first night, usually without the spouses. You can bring them, but it's not recommended. And then the second night is usually with spouses, like a dinner, and then the third night was with the families, because it was a third day.
Yeah, like a picnic or something.
Yep. That's a good way. The Friday night's usually the wild one, the wild night. Yeah. Saturday night was more of a family dinner, not family, but a spousal dinner, and the first night's usually the best one because you're so excited to see everybody the first time.
Yeah.
People drink a little too much. People loosen up, and they, get to see all these old people, and they're from school, and then
we did one year, 35th anniversary. We went to a Kelso football game, went to the Burger Feed, the Kelso football game, and then went over to the Red Lion. And then on Saturday, we were poolside at the Red Lion, and it was incredible. That was awesome. That was the best ever.
Yeah.
You didn't have to go to the football game. We'd meet you after, because football's over at 9. So that was a fun one.
Yeah, it does sound fun. Yeah. I mean, but once again,
Red Lion poolside's a good way to go.
Yeah. But like you said, a lot of people aren't into sports. They don't want to go do that kind of stuff,
Yeah, so, but that was not even, that was optional. At 9 o'clock, we're going to the Red Lion. So,
well, everything's optional. So
we probably had optional, but 50 people go to that game. It was wild.
Yeah, well, from your place in particular, you have a tendency. Your people are very, very sports minded in a lot of things. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, and that
or team oriented.
Football was a big part of that year. We were the best team probably in the history of the school at the time. So we had to celebrate that.
No, most definitely. Yeah. No, I think that would be cool. And so this is June. We just started June. So my birthday's coming up. What am I going to get? I'll never know.
Starting June, what, a week early then?
That's May. Oh, yeah, this is May. I was thinking this was June 1st for some odd reason.
No, May 24th.
Awesome, because I didn't miss my plane. Speaking of which, folks, tomorrow morning, you will not see me on here. Brian will be talking to himself. I will be in the sunny land of Arizona, or at least on my way.
When are you heading out?
I have to be out of here. I have to be at the airport at 7 o'clock. What do I 6 o'clock?
Wow.
I'll be there at 6. My plane leaves at 7, and so yeah, I'm not sure how I'm getting there yet. So stay tuned. You might hear a online broadcast from Brian on the road. Actually, I do need to find a ride to the airport. So yeah, so we'll find somebody. Anybody out there in Facebook land willing to give me a ride? Let me know. I'll give you some casholas.
Well, if you end up needing a ride, let me know. We'll just do that. Because I'd be back here by 9 if I did that. It sounds, yeah.
Yeah.
Just keep me posted.
Well, 6. I have to basically be there at 6 probably. So I have to leave here at 5:30.
Well, I'll be there if you need it.
Okay, because I think I probably do.
I'll commit if you want, but what will happen, and I know I'll commit, and then you'll have somebody else at the last minute do it. So I'll be the backup.
No, if you're gonna commit.
No, I don't want to.
Actually, I don't want to commit yet.
No, I say I'm not gonna. I said I could commit.
Yeah.
I know behavior. When I commit, the next morning or that night, 3 a.m, you got Cecilia is going to take you. So what I am is utility man. If
that's the way I am,
we get to 5 a.m, and you don't have a ride, I'll do it.
Yep. Well, I will talk about it later.
I should commit though. That means I won't have to do it. I know how things work.
Right? Yeah, absolutely. It's like, well,
Anastasia's in from Tucson and she has to go back. Yeah. So
right. Actually, yeah.
I'm there if you need me, utility man.
It's funny. Actually, it's funny you say that because my friend Darby is in from Arizona.
Yeah.
And she's going there tomorrow morning at around. She has to be there. I think she's leaving at noon, so that's not going to happen. But actually, I get to stay at her house.
Oh,
she's
cool.
working the whole time, and the house is pretty much. She just says she's like a 3-bedroom house. It's wide open and a pool. So that's pretty cool.
You're going to stay there now?
Well, I'm going to see my friend's Pete's. His house is a 3-bedroom house, and he's got probably about 7 people staying there. So
now you got a place to stay at Darby's, and then
right now, I can stay at Darby's house, huh?
Your friend Pete's son is graduating high school.
Yep, I think he's graduating from Gilbert High or Chandler High. I'm not sure. I think
that's cool.
He's on the border of Gilbert and Chandler, right there. So.
Nice.
Yeah, I think it's Chandler, Arizona. Yeah, but yeah, it's a gorgeous place. I'm actually kind of afraid to see how hot it's going to be when I get there because
I don't know how it is right now.
My body's not used to that yet. I'm not acclimated to heat in a long time. I might go tanning today just to get myself ready.
To get a base.
Yeah, but it's one day. That's not going to do much.
Yeah. Oh, I was going to say it's actually my friend Brian Johnson's birthday, May 24th. So
Brian,
shout out to him.
I think actually today is also maybe my ex's. I don't know. I think that it may be my ex's birthday day.
Yeah. Well, you never knew what her birthday was when you were married, and therein lies the problem. But
actually, I got a couple exes whose birthdays are like within the next couple days. I think I spaced on one the other day. I'm not happy about that one, but
well, I actually created the most embarrassing moment for Brian Johnson, so I feel good about that.
What did you do to him?
It was on a stage. We were doing this show. It was Miss Rock and Roll Contest of Portland, and all these bands were playing, and this crowd was crazy. They all had long hair and they were wild. So I gave him a list of announcements to make because I thought, hey, I'm running the show, so I was trying to show off, let him go make announcements. He got up there and they started harassing him, and they were like, nice ears, buddy, and they're calling him names and shit, and it destroyed him a little bit. But
okay, so I didn't mess up. My ex is actually
that story really impressed you.
It did. That. Well, sorry. No, Brian. Yeah.
And by the way, my Uncle Steve was in the Army for 8 years.
Brian's a great guy. I like that guy. I love him.
But that's a funny story. Stephen Colbert would have made a quip about it. No. All you got to do is quip back like fascinating.
Fascinating. So,
that's quite embarrassing.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry. I was trying to.
That's okay.
I was locked on the birthday thing, trying to figure out
Well, your
how
ex-wife.
bad a person I was. On how bad a person that I really was. I was trying to figure it out. And
Did you ever forget your ex-wife's birthday?
no, I don't think.
That's good. Good
I
job.
forget. No, I don't know.
I think that
No.
gets guys in trouble a lot.
I think tomorrow, oddly enough, I think that yeah, weird. I think today is actually my ex fiance's
Oh,
birthday.
wow.
I'm not certain. I'm not friends there. You can look on her thing and find out. But yeah, I think my ex-wife is tomorrow. That's funny.
Wow.
And her,
Today is the other one? Or, wow.
Amy's is the 26th.
Oh,
The 24th, I think it may be Lady P or whatever her name was. We'll say, but
Pandora.
Pandora, yeah. Which
That's
is
funny.
funny
That's
because I'm going to Arizona and that's not I want to go there. Jeez, now I made me think about that one. Anyway, yeah, that's bad. But
well, you're gonna have fun with your friend, and then the graduation, and then that gal.
oh, it is, yeah, that's another part of the country completely. You know, as far as no, I'm gonna have a lot of fun. We're gonna be
It's
good.
another part of the country
Well,
or
we're
the state.
state is just
Yeah.
a big part of Arizona's
Well, there
high,
is
low,
an
and
Arizona
medium.
in the East Coast, but it's over by Florida. Small state.
Exactly. No, yeah, and then I think actually my other female best friend or from years ago, Gretchen, I think her birthday was the 22nd, which is
Wow, it's
that's
all
what I forgot. So
bunched together there.
I think that I mean, I'm like, wow. All these birthdays are right near each other, so weird, you know. Too many May birthdays. My dad's birthday was 28th of May as well.
Yeah, my mom's was May 30th. So, and then we have Memorial Day used to be on the 30th. Now it's on fourth Monday or something. Oh, it's coming up next weekend, I believe, is Memorial Day weekend.
Yeah, that's cool. Memorial weekend is. Are you doing anything on Memorial weekend?
Well, I'm gonna just remember those fallen soldiers in my family and just in general. Well, only two people in my family actually died in war, but just the brothers and my dad and people who served, just honor them.
That's
Kind of a somber thing. I mean, we have
It is.
barbecues and stuff, but there's a lot of somberness on the actual day of Memorial Day.
And what day is that?
That'll be Monday, and it's the next Monday, I believe. And it's like the guys made the ultimate sacrifice. And I grew up around soldiers and war and all that as a kid. You know, almost everybody I knew served. So
Yeah, that's How many people do you know that passed away or that died in the service?
well, my cousin, believe it or not, he died on Iwo Jima, and my uncle Bob died in just after the Bataan Death March. So he was in the Philippines. So two right there died in war.
Well, you know, it's funny. This is why, in particular, Brian, I don't believe Memorial Day is for those who passed away.
No, it's for those who died in the war or
No,
serving our
I don't.
country.
I don't even believe in that anymore because
Wow.
yeah, no, I believe if you're in the service, Memorial Day is for you because
No, that's Veterans Day. Memorial Day is specifically for people who gave their ultimate sacrifice. That's why it's so powerful. I think it's the most powerful holiday in our country.
Yeah,
it should be. To me, it is. Yeah, it's for those who gave the ultimate sacrifice for our country.
Yeah, I just, to me, with 22 soldiers dying a day coming back, who didn't die in the service or didn't die in war. They died when they came back here because of the war that they're having. Still, that's pretty brutal.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah, I honor them too. I mean, that's almost like dying from the war.
Yeah, yep, that's exactly it. It's just it's like people who, well, they were involved in that they were part of the military. It's like they went through the gases later on in life. You die from the gases because you picked up when you're somewhere else in a war. But also, you come back and you got cancer now, and you die because of that. That's still a war-related issue.
Well, yeah, my brother Bruce died just last year from a blood disease caused, they think, by Agent Orange. So
yes, exactly. And then and all the mental trauma you get from being in the service of the war.
Yeah.
Did he have mental issues? Did Bill?
No, I'm talking Bruce. Bill had some mental issues and had to go to counseling and stuff from it. But yeah, if you want to honor all vets, that's good too, because a lot of them are still hurting. And like you said, 22 a day suicides, but it's such a beautiful holiday with all the remembrance and the Arlington Cemetery and all that.
Yeah, I reckon. I understand that. They do. They had the ultimate sacrifice, but I'm just tired of war, man. I'm just tired of it.
Well, that's what's cool about Memorial Day too, because you have people on the other side that protest it, don't like the idea of war, and they protest war, and so they get to speak out. It does cause arguments, but it brings up the point of how do we avoid war in the future, so there's less people that we're honoring on Memorial Day because there's less people dying. So that's, both sides get a moment there. But for me, it's just quiet reflection on the actual day.
Yeah. Yeah. My grandfather, he was in World War II. He was in the Korean War. And he was all about servitude to the United States and the people here, And I think that he didn't die there, but I guarantee you a large portion of him did. You know what I mean? I mean, he was a great guy the whole time, regardless. But imagine if he hadn't have been in that service. I mean, he was part of that quiet generation where they didn't talk about it. You just don't talk about it.
My dad was in World War II and the Korean War. I don't think he went to Korea, but he talked about it a little bit, but not much.
Yeah, it was weird, but my grandpa was in the Army at the age of 15.
Wow.
Yep. And then he came back, and after the war, came back, was working at Fiber, had a job at Fiber, Long Fiber. And then he worked there, he made himself a pipe fitter or whatever. And then all of a sudden, the call for war hit again. And he dropped what he was doing. He said, "Hey, I'm going to go join the Navy." So then he went and joined the Navy. So it was, so it's like Army and Navy. And then he did a few different things in particular, but it was like his rap sheet on military is just not rap sheet, but his military service years were just phenomenal. Just a great guy, but he felt like he could help,
Yeah,
so that's a good
thing.
A
lot of superstar athletes and just entertainers and stuff went World War I and II, like Jimmy Stewart and Henry Fonda went to war.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. I mean, a lot of them did. A lot of people who couldn't hack it, they tried to get out of it they thought they were going to die, so their parents got them into with shin splints or something, got them out of it.
What one of them did was he would say, "Well, Pilgrim." That's how he.
Pilgrim. Yeah,
that's how he avoided the war. I read an article last night. A lot of people were upset that John Wayne didn't go.
Well, what did he do instead? He entertained the troops. I don't know.
Well, no, he did movies and he put down liberals.
Yeah, isn't that funny? Yeah. How a person can put somebody else down because they didn't. Yeah.
And then he called guys that didn't want to go. He called guys that didn't want to go to Vietnam soft. And it's like, dude, you didn't go. I think what happened was it caused almost a mental illness in him that he wanted to overcompensate. It's like you didn't go, just let it move on. But he became like a super patriot and kind of an asshole to everybody he worked with that was liberal. So
Mhm.
it's all
Yeah.
because he felt bad. He should have just
And once again, we don't want to go political on this whole
no,
thing,
no, that's
but I do. I mean, I'm at this point right now where I'll state this. Um, on January 6th, we had a insurrection in this United States.
yeah.
People tried to take over Congress, the House, Senate, whatever, and break in and wanted to kill the vice president and
Yeah.
the speaker of the House, and they want to do a lot of stuff. And now we have people on one side of the fence. I'm going to say is the Republican Party saying that that's not what happened. And you're like, are you effing kidding me? Because here's what's going to happen. If you do not make these people pay for what they have done and hold them accountable, it will set a precedence.
Yeah.
Like so many things do in America. Then the next person, let's say the Democrats do it the next time. If the Republicans do it this time, next time the Democrats do it, they don't mess around. They'll go, okay, we're gonna take away all the computers in America. We're gonna shut this internet down. We're gonna do whatever we want to do. They play by different rules.
Yeah.
But they can be just as bad or worse. And I want people to be held accountable. If they mess with our government, they need to be held accountable. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And I'm pretty sure John Wayne would have loved that insurrection. He would have loved that son of a gun. But enough about him. Bruce Dern took care of him.
What did Bruce Dern do? Oh, and
He killed John
Great.
Wayne in a movie. And
True Grit.
no, the Cowboys. And then
Mhm.
it kind of hurt Bruce Dern's career. And he said, I didn't kill John Wayne. He smoked 5 packs a day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bruce Dern's actually an interesting guy. You should watch an interview with him. He still runs the mile in competition in the 81 to 85 category.
That's great.
Yeah. He's amazing.
You know who never died of cancer, and I always loved him. George Burns.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
How old was he?
He smoked every day. He lived to be 100. He didn't get to have the party because by the time he was turned 100, he had already had an accident falling in a shower, so he was hurt, and then he died that year. But he never got the party. But he made it to 100, and so did Bob Hope. And Bob Hope did a lot for the troops. I mean, more than almost anybody.
They both did. They were great.
Oh yeah, a lot of those
USO
guys
shows.
did. But
Yeah.
Henry Fonda and Jimmy Stewart going to war because their careers were pretty big, and Jimmy Stewart flew missions and stuff. He was an amazing man. And he came back and did Wonderful Life. He was trying to get it together again after the war.
Yeah. By the way, folks, we are past the hour, so we need to get the heck out of here.
We started so late. Where
Well,
we
it's
at?
8:15 now.
Oh, okay. We started a little late today. We're still learning the Zoom tech.
That's okay, but we're gonna pound out here in a minute, folks. It's the pound out. We're gonna pound out, which is a Rochambeau
and
or rock
kudos
paper,
to Jimmy Stewart.
scissors. Kudos to Jimmy Stewart. Okay, ready?
A true American.
We're gonna pound out here. Ready? 1,
Boom,
2,
boom.
3. Aha, I got
You're
you.
back on track.
Okay, so it's 9-3 on your side there.
It's 9-3 here as we head into the final inning. All right, we will see.
Love 9-3.
We won't see you tomorrow, and I may drive to Portland.
You may be down in Portland. Maybe stop and go to visit one of those places, outlets in Portland.
At 5 in the morning. Yeah.
I doubt they're open, but you never know.
All right.
I guarantee there's one of those dance clubs open. Anyway, see you soon, people.